Hey, what's up guys? I am the highly unlikely hero of the GutlessGamePirates, here with my third part of the Breath of the Wild analysis series. Today I'm going to cover pretty much just what to add to the game. Now, Breath of the Wild was amazing, but I think for a sequel there's still a little bit more they could add to it. It was their first foray into an open world, and so that's alright. But there's a few things that I really think they should have kept for it. Now, let's get into it. Okay, so most of these things are small little nitpicks that I had with Breath of the Wild, but I still feel that these additions would be beneficial towards the next game. Another nitpick, a rather big nitpick, the rain. Now, I enjoy rain in most games. It's fun, it's an incredible effect. But the rain puts out my flame, just like it puts out poor Charmeleon, or Charmander, or is it Charizard? Huh, I don't know. I mean, when I want to climb, let me climb, darn it! I think a simple fix for this would be allowing Link to find gear or upgrades to his gear that allow him to climb walls without slipping when it's raining. This is what the climbing gear should have done in Breath of the Wild. Something else I think would be cool is the ability to play special songs and bring back a time mechanic. I know. Wow, this is really sounding a whole lot like Majora's Mask to me. Well, I don't want another Majora's Mask. But I do believe Majora's Mask had a lot of great concepts that Zelda games just aren't using today. It had a great emphasis on using time. Time was important to that game. And no other Zelda game has really gone into that, but now, if you want to pass time, you have to make a fire. How magical. It's just majestic, the way those flames burn. Okay, in this year in Boy Scouts, we have Little Link with his little camp out. Look at that tent, amazing! But the fire, well, I don't know about you, John, but I think Little Link's display is a little disappointing.
I think I'm gonna have to agree with you there, Chuck. I mean, look at Lonk over there. He's burning down the entire forest for his campfire.
Cozy. Another neat idea would be better crafting, like being able to craft legendary weapons or armor that have special attributes, rather than just finding some ratty old suit lying around. Now, I'm not huge into building and crafting mechanics in almost any game, but I appreciate what they do bring to the game. Now, I don't believe Zelda should go all out Fallout 4 on us. I do believe being able to craft weapons and suits with all the resources you get would be a great way of adding even more incentive, as going to the Great Figure I just don't think was the best way to implement an upgrade system.
But that's just Minecraft.
Don't you mean Zelda craft? No, they're different enough. I don't mean full-scale crafting, but minimalistic crafting. Let's go with something more meaningful than Fallout 4's crafting, but not as elaborate as Minecraft's. Also, I don't really have a problem with the weapon durability in Breath of the Wild, because its purpose is to make the player try out different weapons, and use their brains in some situations. If all of your weapons break early on, use the other rooms. But an increase in weapon health would be great, because again, Breath of the Wild, a lot of the mechanics that they had in Breath of the Wild were to help emphasize what they were trying to do with the game. Like the open world, implementing music that was more of ambiance into the game to try to immerse the player in the world, or giving weapons low durability health, so you would have to try out new weapons. If you just got, like, let's say you got a really powerful weapon early on, you would never use another weapon again. Now, it would be nice if we had the ability to find or craft unbreakable weapons, like a spear that doesn't break. But if they were to do this, they should make it so you could only get them after you grinded it a lot, and maybe halfway through the game. There should be certain prerequisites before getting these kind of weapons, not just being able to pick them up or easily find the resources to get them. There really should be some kind of story aspect put in there for the weapons. Alright, for my last point, it isn't really anything that I care about, but I know people who do. Fishing. Breath of the Wild brought in hunting, crafting, and random encounters where you could save people to emphasize your role as a hero. And those were all great. But they got rid of fishing. Now I hate fishing. Don't get me wrong, I can't stand it. I've never found that fun in a Zelda game, or pretty much any game. It bores me out of my mind. But a lot of players do like it. And I think it's important to cater to those people, because I at least understand its value. And in Breath of the Wild, it just makes so much sense to have that. It feels like it was a bit of an oversight not to include the fishing. I mean, you could always just swim after them. But at that point, you're more of a bear. You're three-sided beauty and bear, Link. Will you catch fish with your bare hands? Yeah. I mean, wow, he's just a beast. Again, I just want to emphasize how much I loved Breath of the Wild. It's been a while since a Zelda game gave me the same effect of mesmerizing me. I got it upon release, day one, which is the first game I have ever gone to a midnight release for, and I loved it. I couldn't get enough, but that doesn't mean it's immune to imperfections. I believe some of these ideas might make Breath of the Wild more accessible, or at least keep it a little bit closer to traditional Zelda games. With it being a huge breakthrough for the Zelda team, I understand that they left some things out for simplicity's sake, or so they could fully embrace new ideas. But if they are going to make another open world game similar to Breath of the Wild, they need to bring back some of these old traditions like the music, the dungeons, and a fleshed out story. And a greater purpose for weapons and a way of feeling accomplished by allowing players to find unbreakable / rechargeable weapons, a la the Master Sword, would also be some nice additions to this game. I would like to thank you guys for watching and listening to my thoughts and reflections of Breath of the Wild and its potential for a sequel. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please leave a like, share, and subscribe so you can see more content like this. Alright guys, so my next video will be out in the next week or two, and that one's actually going to be a skit-oriented video, rather than a analysis or review. Alright, and that has been the end to my discussion on a sequel Breath of the Wild. I can't wait to see what Nintendo has for it in the future. And for now, all I can do is just dream about the possibilities. Alright, this has been the highly unlikely hero of the GutlessGamePirates, signing off.